He's not. Good morning, everybody. Hey, YouTube, hey guys.
Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's right.
All right, guys. If you are on TikTok, if you want to
It's
see
fine.
the visual of this, um, please go over to YouTube. We're live on YouTube right now. Good morning. If not, guys, we just need you to stay over here, tap the screen. Let's get the live engaged before they start. Um, hey, Uni. Shout out to my mod on YouTube.
I got
Thank
shot.
you. Y'all hit the like button over
I
there
don't
as
have to.
well.
I'm not. Uh,
I'm going to mute this up just for a second. Okay, guys, just to kind of give, hey, Dana, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Just to give everybody some insight on what's going on right now, Ben Crump is doing a press conference. It looks like this press conference is going to be a combined of things. He has several cases that he's doing right now. The Daniel Irving case out of Dallas, Texas, Nolan Wells case. He's also doing Corey Reyes. That is the case that's recently out of Madison, Michigan. No, I'm sorry, Madison, Wisconsin, and where a young man was shot 3 times in the face. Guys, he was shot 3 times in the face. Um, Oh, this, I'm sorry, not Kendrick Johnson. He's not speaking on Kendrick Johnson. He's speaking on Tyler Smith. Tyler Smith also died on July the 4th as well, 2026. Daniel Irving died on April the 17th, 2026. And Nolan Wells died on July the 4th, 2026. He went missing and he was found on July the 6th. So Ben is covering all of these cases right now. Hey D, hey D. Shout out to YouTube over there, guys. If you are on YouTube, please grab some super chats if y'all can. Those are really imperative. If you guys can send a super chat, that would be great on YouTube. And we have gifts as well. So we have gifts on TikTok and we have gifts on YouTube. Guys, I just want to let y'all know this is what, when you guys give and support the channel and watch the playbacks and things, this what helps me be able to bring this stuff to y'all. Okay, I am an independent media, I guess, company, you can call me. So I only get paid through you guys, through the support, and actually through like YouTube. TikTok, they funny acting. I don't get paid through TikTok unless y'all gift, and y'all be gifting strong over here. So I appreciate you guys. Hey, Super. Hey, Super. Hey, Chain. Hey, how you doing? Thank you, Uni, for the jewels. I appreciate it. It is a lot. Miss Fields, it is a lot. This is a lot right now, guys. But I'm glad Ben them I'm glad they're speaking out because it's been a lot of people that have been speaking out besides the family, and I'm just glad that the family is being having the chance to be able to speak out now. Thank you, Slay. Hey, beautiful. Hey, B. Thank you so much. Thank you, Boo. Guys, let's help out with the gift goal. If you are on TikTok, please tap the screen, tap the screen. Let's try to get up to 50K. We are in B1 now, guys. We do need, let's see, we need 1,800 diamonds to get a fragment. So this is what we're going to be working on today, guys. Thank you, V. Thank you so much, Boo. Thank you so much. So, guys, we are still waiting for the press conference to come up right now. They're just talking. I'm going to unmute it so y'all can hear. There's a lot of talking going on right now. This is a news press conference from Ben Crump. He is speaking on a couple of people, a few people right now. Thank you, B. Thank you so much, babes. Nolan Wells, speaking on Nolan Wells. Of course, Daniel Irving. This is a situation out of Dallas, Texas. And they're also speaking on Kendrick. What is his name? Kendrick. I think Tory, something like that. I can't remember the name. Yes, we greatly appreciate you the gift for the gifts. Thank you, B. B, you is clouded today, girl. Thank you, boo boo. Thank you so much. And you know I got to come back over there and show some love now. Thank you, Ladybug. Thank you so much. Guys, again, help out. If the only thing that you can do in TikTok is hold on, YouTube, I'm gonna mute y'all up, okay?
So are you working for the Urban League or station?
CNN.
Oh, okay. I guess like 7 minutes. I guess that video. Okay. Yeah.
Thanks.
Next to you. 5 7 minutes. 7. Where are you based out of?
Somebody on YouTube asked where are they located. I'm not exactly sure where they're located, but it says the National Urban League. So they may be in Chicago. I'm thinking they're in Chicago. Now y'all know we be having CP time. Y'all know they be taking a long time to get. Hey, BD. Hey, y'all. Hey, Nikki. Nikki said the truth is going to come out. Yes, ma'am, it is. You said Texas is Texas. You think Tennessee? I mean,
I've got some colleagues that are in South Carolina.
good morning, Bless Fox. Good morning. Hey, Bonita.
Long.
All right, guys. So we are still waiting on the press conference. If you guys are coming in, we are still waiting for the press
I
conference
mean, I
to
noticed
start.
it's like 4 degrees warmer here.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to. I was watching Willie D. Willie D was talking to a defense attorney. I mean, he was talking to a not a defense attorney. He was talking to a lawyer, a prosecutor. I think. Hold on. Let's see. Uh,
Point, like, unless you have someone, we call that snitch on someone else, which I've not seen any of that. You need an eyewitness. an eyewitness to say, look, he did it. How do you know? I was there. And if one or more persons were involved, you need one of them to come forward to try to get immunity or a better deal. He did it. How do you know? Because I helped him. You don't have that. You have nothing directly tying anyone to the death. You know, it seems like with that call, he was on the boat, he was in distress, whether he died on the boat or not, whether he was unconscious of the boat, but he wound up in the water. And unless he tipped over on his own, which is possible, I'm not saying probable, I'm saying as a defense attorney, I'm putting it all out there because you can't rule it out. You can't rule out he was sitting on the edge of the boat, drunk, his friends are trying to shake him into consciousness, and he tips over.
I'm ruling it out. That ain't happened, man, because they would have said it happened. It didn't happen.
They haven't said what happened.
I'm ruling it out. They didn't. Well, they said everything else. Oh, we don't know how. Last time we saw him, he was with a girl. That's what they said. So they did say.
I mean, one more thing.
They gave their birth.
We don't know. We don't know. Again, because we don't know when he died, we don't know how much time passed from that distress call to his death. So another argument I would make is a break in time. He was in distress with his friends, and then he was okay. And then he left the boat, and then the third lover had the lover's quarrel, and they killed Nolan. But the friends on the boat, they were good friends. They helped him out. They revived him. They gave him some water. They gave him an adrenaline shot, right? Some Red Bull, and he was on his way to go meet that girl. You can't prove that the distress call was the last time he was alive because you don't even know when he died. It could have been 5 minutes later. It could have been 2 hours.
And see, what he's explaining is this is what them people gonna be saying. This is what their lawyer is going to say. He's coming from a defense lawyer's point of view. The defense lawyers is saying that it's the burden of the prosecutor to say, hey, we this is what happened. So it's their burden to prove it. But if the lawyer can give reasonable doubt, then that will sway, the people's like, well, wait a minute, because all you need is reasonable doubt. That's it. That's all they have to do. The burden of proof is on the prosecutor, not it's on them. It's not on the defense. So that's what they're doing right now. They're running defense right now. So that's what he's explaining.
Hours later. That's the defense.
I'm gonna say this, Robin. We don't know what bruises he had on him because the first autopsy has not came back. So I don't know. I can't tell you yes, I can't tell you no, but I don't know. Okay. We're still waiting on the press conference. I don't think they're still we're still waiting on them to come in. I'm finna go to the other. Hold on. Let me see. Let me go to this one. And again, he's not just going to be talking about Nolan Wells in this press conference. He's going to be talking about Daniel Irving, which he was in Dallas. Together. Guys, I am streaming from 2 different platforms. Okay, I just want to let y'all know. I know I'm a little rusty over here on YouTube. I'm just, y'all bear with me. I be on YouTube on my other channel. I be on YouTube on my other backup channel, so I'm not over here as much. But I'm trying to get it to where I can stream from TikTok and YouTube. Okay, so if you guys are on TikTok and you want to follow me. You might want to follow me because tonight we're not going to be over here on TikTok. We're going to be on my YouTube page. Okay. Now I will go live over here just to let y'all know that I'm live on YouTube, but they haven't started yet, Queen Renee. They haven't started yet. So you guys can go over there as well. Okay. Now, once the visuals start, if y'all want to go over to YouTube, you can. That'll be great. But if not, right now, we're just waiting on, listen, we waiting on the cameras and stuff have set up and stuff, but we're just waiting on being Crump to come out and speak to the people. Okay. Hey, Rochelle. Hey.
think he's coming now.
They said they think he's coming now. Hey, Yaya, how you doing? Guys, if you are not following me, please follow. My name is Miss Live 3D. I have been covering this case since day one. Since the day he went missing, I have been covering this case. Okay. Yes, it's the same name as YouTube, same name. Um, yes, y'all, let's get to 50K. They're about to come in. They're coming in now. And they coming in with the family. Okay. If you want to see the visual, go over to YouTube. It's the same name, Miss Live 3D TV. If not, guys, just tap the screen. I'm gonna be quiet. Hey, Brandon. Yes. Hey, Brandon.
Justice for Daniel Murray. 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 Justice for Tyler Smith. 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 Justice for our black children. 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 Justice for our black children.
All right, guys. While they're talking, let's put blues in the chat. Blue hearts in the chat. Chat. Put blue hearts in the chat for YouTube and TikTok. Let's blue heart chat it out, y'all.
We have organized this press conference for a few purposes. One purpose is because we want the world to know that the National Urban League and all of our affiliates and members and supporters across the country are standing with these three families. And when families suffer the tragedy of the loss of a child, it gets.
I'm so emotional right now because you got three parents up here wanting to know what happened to their kids, bro. This shit is killing me right now. You got three different parents, they don't know each other.
Under circumstances that are suspicious and to the naked eye appear unjust, we must stand with these families. When families face the challenge of a non-responsive criminal justice system, we must stand with these families. With this giant of a lawyer and advocate over the last 15 years, going all the way back to Trayvon Martin, we have stood with Ben Crump and his clients. And we have stood with Ben Crump and his clients because we want the community to know that we are not going to be silent in the face of injustice.
Amen. Amen.
You and I cannot even fathom the pain of these families. I want to thank them for their courage, for being here in public, under the glare of the media, in these circumstances. But we want them to know they are with family. We are standing with family. So Ben Crump is going to bring us all up to date on the latest facts, events, and status of these three cases. And we are going to continue, as we said in the earlier session, to advocate until there is justice for these three things. And we will not be silent, We will not get tired. We will not get distracted until justice rolls down in these three places. So I'm proud to introduce a man who is known as the Attorney General for Black America. And I dare say he stands with the great lawyers that our community has produced. Thurgood Marshall, Constance Baker Motley, Johnny Cotton, and I can name so many others, who over the years have been advocates for our community in many, many ways. So ladies and gentlemen, the next voice you are going to hear is from one of America's great lawyers, someone who is giving voice to the families and the victims of injustice. Ladies and gentlemen, Ben Crump.
Thank you to President and CEO of the National Urban League, Mark Morial. Please give a great round of applause for him not thinking it robbery to invite the families to be here at this great convention. We are so grateful to him and the others in the civil rights community for standing up like they have stood up in the past. And just like we got justice for George Floyd, just like we got justice for Breonna Taylor, Lee Merritt, just like we got justice for Ahmaud Arbery, we gonna get justice for Nolan Wells. We gonna get justice for Daniel Irvin, and we gonna get justice for Taylor Smith. And the large part is because you all are not afraid to speak truth to power.
Come on now.
Thank you, Mr. Mario. Again, I'm Attorney Ben Crump, along with Attorney Lisa Park, Attorney Eric Hertz. We are here fighting for the family with other great lawyers for Nolan Wells. We also have present with us the family of Daniel Irvin.
Amen.
Many of you are just learning about outside of Dallas, Texas, and his tragedy. We have Attorney Sean DeRaya and Attorney Brooke Cluse fighting to help that family get justice, and we want to applaud his mother, Tamika, who has been fighting as only a mother would fight, with not many people in the world listening. But we're listening today, Tamika. You are not alone, Tamika. You got Nolan's mother and father, Christine, and Elmore Wansley, who are standing with you as well. Tamika, your daughter is here. You are not alone. God, please let her know she is not alone. Justice for Daniel Irvin. Attorney Harris.
And we will be speaking on the Daniel Irvin case because I've already spoken on it. But now they're trying to rule his death a drowning. They're ruling his death a drowning. So yes, we're going to be speaking on Daniel Irvin's, and his is a lot similar to what happened to Nolan. I just want to let y'all know that.
Daniels, we also have the family of Tyler Smith, Lexington, Kentucky. You're going to hear from all these families. You're going to hear from Tyler's mother and especially his grandmother. Until the lawyers get there, until the community advocates get there, a lot of times these families are just by themselves, President Mario. And thank God for this mother and this praying grandmother who refused to let him sweep the death of her grandbaby under the law. And so I will say briefly about each of these tragedies. Obviously, many of you know about Nolan Wells. And you'll hear from his mother and father after brief remarks by Attorney Hertz and Attorney Park. But we all know July 4th, Nolan Wells goes to France celebrating 4th of July. All the friends come back. Nolan Wells tragically washes up on the shore 2 days later, dead. And so we know all the current events that have been happening. We are announcing that we have the audio from the officials, and we have retained and are consulting with some of the foremost audio engineering experts to review those audio tapes from the Sea-Toad call in its entirety. We also, and Attorney Hertz may go into greater detail on these matters, have consulted President Mariel with oceanic engineering experts to talk about how these facts are lining up. The fact that they say Nolan's body was found in the same location where they say they left him at. And so we want to know, how is that possible with the oceanic tides? We want the expert. I mean, you got low tides and high tides. It's not adding up, so we are going to dot every I and cross every T until we find out what happened to Nolan Wells. Attorney Hertz will also go into a little more detail at Attorney Park about how we're trying to coordinate with Dr. Roger Mitchell, who conducted the independent autopsy of Nolan Wells, to be able to inspect his throat that was missing with his body when he was flown to do the autopsy with Dr. Mitchell. Also, we are hopeful that they will discuss with Dr. Mitchell the photographs and observations made at the time when Nolan was first discovered, because Dr. Mitchell did not get an opportunity until July 10th to be able to examine his body. And at that time, we know the airways and the lungs had already been dissected and so forth, so we can't tell if there was the presence of water or not. That would suggest whether he drowned or not. And remember what Dr. Roger Mitchell said in his autopsy. President Mariel, he talked about the fact that to say he drowned does not draw the conclusions of what happened to Nolan Wells. He said it is equally important to know at what condition was Nolan Wells' body when he went into the water. Was he conscious or was he unconscious? Was he forced into the water or did he go unforced into the water? He said all of these things are very important. And so we are dotting I's and crossing T's. We are focused on getting to the truth, and we stand for the truth. Me and everybody on my legal team stand for the truth, no matter who it implicates or who it exonerates. We stand for justice, no matter who it convicts or who it acquits. And we stand for transparency, so everybody can see. And that's all we want. We want answers. We're not casting aspersions on anybody. We are saying that we want to make sure everybody who is remotely involved has the questions answered to make sure we have a full and fair and impartial and transparent investigation. And is that too much to ask for these broken-hearted parents? Is that too much to ask? That's all. If it was your child, wouldn't you want the same thing? And I get it. They're attacking me. They're attacking Reverend Al. They're attacking the parents of Nolan Wells.
Attacking them.
We don't care about those distractions.
We don't.
We ain't no waste time. We are completely focused, completely laser focused on getting to the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Come on.
So help us, God. And so the threats, the attacks mean nothing to us. We will not be deterred. Look into our eyes. We're going to get to the truth. I am so grateful to Mr. Byron Allen for donating $100,000 to the GoFundMe so we can help get the best experts in the world. I am thankful to Reverend Al Sharpton. I am thankful to Mr. Tyler Perry. I'm thankful to Mr. Tara Owens. I am very thankful to everybody who did not think it robbery to say, what can we do to help people get to the truth and call in to the tip line so we can help not only Nolan Wells' family, but we can help Daniel Irvin's family, and we can help Tyler Smith's family as well. Everybody on social media, please continue to ask questions. Please continue to share photographs, share videos. It all helps us solve this potential of what happened to Nolan Wells.
Amen.
I mean, isn't it so important? Somebody saw something. Somebody knows something. As Christine and Elmore have said, if you're really Nolan's friend, you know in your heart of hearts that if the roles were reversed, that Nolan would say something. He would call and tell what he saw. And so that's all they're asking. Do for Nolan what he would have done for you. Do for Nolan what he would have done for you. Do for Nolan what he would have done for you. Congresswoman Beatty, we thank you in the Congressional Black Caucus. Please stand and join us, Congress.
Guys, I just want to interlude real quick. Thank you to everybody coming in. What we're listening to right now is Ben Crump. He is doing a press conference of all the parents that have been affected. We've had 3 parents from 3 different states have been affected in the same way. Okay. And Ben is coming out. Of course, he's talking about the people threatening him and things. They're threatening a lot of us that are talking. They threatening Uncle Willie. They done threatened Miss Rachel. You know, they threatening me as well. Other people that are on the app that are talking about this, that are bringing light to this. So that ought to let y'all know something is going on. Guys, if y'all can, please support the channel by making sure that you're hitting the like button if you're on YouTube. If you are on TikTok, keep tapping the screen. If you guys can send a gift on both ends, that would be great. The more active that we are in both chats, the more that it's going to push it out. All we wanted them to see is Nolan Wells and Daniel Irvin and Kendrick on Kendrick Scott on their timeline. Okay? All right, y'all.
Any kind of authority to be able to help us get answers on Nolan Wells and the other 18-year-old black boy. Now, before I bring up the lawyers, I just want to say a word about Daniel Irvin and about his case, and you will hear from Attorney Sean DeRaya, and after you hear from his mother, Tamika. So similar in what they're saying about Nolan Wells. And that is her 18-year-old son, President Maria, Congresswoman Beatty. 2 young white teenagers come, pick them up from their house. They go on, I guess it's an alleged fishing trip. Her son, I guess they are saying, accidentally drowns. But his 2 friends then throw away his clothes, right, Sean? Throw away his cell phone, go and delete all the text messages between Daniel Irvin and them, and then say nothing. If it's an accidental drowning, why wouldn't you come to his mother and tell her he drowned by accident? Why wouldn't you go to the authorities? Why wouldn't you go to somebody and say,
Exactly. He's talking about Daniel Irvin now. Like I told y'all, the same thing happened to Daniel Irvin that happened to Nolan. He's talking about a whole different case now.
it was a terrible tragedy, he accidentally drowned, but no, they gonna throw away all of the evidence that is germane to finding out what happened. And it's only after his mother raised all kind of hell, and for 4 days they are searching for what happened. Minister Dominique Alexander and the activists in Dallas, they said, no, something happened to Daniel Irvin. We got to get to the bottom of this. Then and only then, Mark Morial, does the young people come forward to the authorities with their parents, and they say, well, we were there, and they confessed that they threw away his cell phone and his clothes, and they deleted the messages. And so law enforcement charged and arrested him after 3 months. 3 months passed, not until Nolan Wells started making the news did they finally come and they arrest them, but not for the death of Daniel Irvin. They arrest him with tampering with evidence, and that's it. And what his mother is saying, what Attorney Correa is saying, what Attorney Crump is saying is simply this. If they would lie about his cell phone and throw it away, if they would lie about his clothes and throw it away, if they would lie about deleting text messages between Daniel and them, how can you believe it when they say it was an accidental drowning? They need to take this case to a grand jury. And you're going to hear from his mother talk about other things that don't add up, about the conduct of the boys immediately after the drowning, the alleged drowning. It's so critical and important that we remember Daniel Irvin as well. And then Attorney Park, Attorney Cruz, we talk about Tyler Smith, and I'll just try to make a picture real quickly for you, and then you'll hear from these parents, these broken-hearted parents. 4th of July. You can't make this stuff up, Congresswoman Bailey. Attorney Daniels, 4th of July, same 4th of July 2026 when Nolan goes missing. Tyler Smith in Lexington, Kentucky,
in a whole nother state,
is the only black person in the home where they're having a 4th of July small house party. Somehow, Tyler ends up being shot in his head, dead. 911 is called. They come, the police get there. They tell them that he shot himself, that they were playing Russian roulette. That's what they say. They say, this the gun. The police retrieve the gun, and then they take their word as the gospel that he shot himself. They don't do gunshot residue on the hands of Tyler or nobody else. I mean, basic investigation 101. If you say he shot himself, when you bag his hands and when you test it for gunshot residue, but they don't do that. And you're going to hear from his grandmother and his mother as to the explanation, the implausible explanation that they offered them. And the fact that the gun, President Mariel, that they claimed he used to shoot himself with, the police, after they do analysis, it does not match the cases that they found on the floor to where he shot himself at. So still, they are taking their word for it. And it's 7 days later, right, Miss Leesley? 7 days later, after they did say 2 hours in the house, They have to identify everybody who was in the home. And then they have to track down, well, if this is not the gun that caused the death of Tyler Smith, well, where's the gun at? So they have to go investigate, and they go surround one of the young men's houses, and they surround the house. He doesn't come and volunteer after knowing that they're trying to find out and get evidence about what happened to Tyler Smith and come forward voluntarily. They have to go to his house and surround it, and then he comes out and finally he volunteers that this is the gun. Think about that, Captain Trent. Just think about that for a second. You would think, after all of that, he is surely going to be arrested and charged with killing or being in a way responsible for the death of this 18-year-old young black man. But no, he is only charged with tampering with evidence, correct, Ms. Neeson? Nothing more. And nobody in all three of the questionable deaths of these 18-year-old young black kids, nobody has been held accountable in any way. And so that's why we're here saying that we are not deterred. We're not going to let you sweep it under the rug. We're going to get to the answers of what happened to Nolan Wells, what happened to Daniel Irvin, and what happened to Tyler Smith. 3 18-year-old black boys in a 3-month period around 4th of July, 2026, who all were unalive in very similar ways as Nolan Wells. And I'm very thankful to his parents for using the attention that they were given and blessed with to also give attention to these other 18-year-old black boys. Thank you, Chris. Thank you so much, Elmore. At this time, before we get to your questions, you're going to hear briefly from Attorney Eric Hertz and then Attorney Lisa Park with some updates, and then you'll hear from Nolan Wells' parents. Attorney Eric Hertz is great.
And if you are just now coming in, we are looking at the press conference that Ben Crump is having. He's talking about these 3 babies that life has been taken. Of course, Nolan Wells is one. The other is Daniel Irvin out of Dallas, Texas. These are all 3 different cases that he is representing on. These are 3 different places that one is in Kentucky. I think it's what's the baby name? Y'all had the baby name up here. Tyler Scott from Kentucky, Daniel Irving from Dallas, Texas, and of course, Nolan Wells from Ocean Springs, Mississippi. And he's representing all of these families. He has all the families up here. If you're on TikTok, we are streaming live on YouTube as well. You can actually see what's going on. If you want to go to the YouTube channel, of course, go over there and subscribe. Guys, if y'all are in the TikTok chat, I need y'all to be tapping the screen because I don't see nobody tapping the screen. Okay? I need you guys to tap the screen, please, and be active in the chat. YouTube, thank you guys for hitting the like button. If you have not hit the like button, please go ahead and do that now.
Thank you for showing up. I have some brief updates on the Nolan Wells case. We have been working with the district attorney. We've gotten a letter back yesterday, and she's willing to listen to some of the evidence we have, although we're having to still discuss her giving us back evidence. And that's something that we will see. The phones, not just our clients' phones, but the other phones that are involved in this situation, we are trying to coordinate and have come to a tentative agreement with the district attorney to go ahead and have them investigated together jointly with our experts as well as their experts. And I believe, if I'm not speaking out of turn, the FBI is going to also be present there. And that's going to show a lot of stuff that we haven't seen.
Okay, that's good. That's good. We get somewhere.
One more time. Society judge how the most powerful treat the most vulnerable, and justice will prevail. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Attorney Eric Hurts.
I need y'all to understand this because of the pressure that we putting on. Do you understand what I'm saying? And the pressure that I'm saying is that we have been talking about this nonstop on these social media apps. Do you understand what I'm saying? Justice will prevail for all three of these babies. All three of these families are going through a tragedy. And the least we can do is make sure we open our mouths. For the people who don't make videos, the best thing that y'all can do is like a video that y'all see. Make sure you repost. Make sure you comment under it. Okay? Because the ops, they doing it. They coming up under this lady's post. Y'all know they trying to get her fired, doing all that. That's why you guys got to be just as active and vigilant as they asses is. Do you understand?
And now we will hear briefly from Attorney Lisa Park, who heads up our Atlanta, Georgia office, and has been leading on this for those years.
So today I just want to recognize all of these families for coming here today, traveling here to Nashville, even family that's in the audience. If you think for just a moment, for these tragedies, they really just happened. They really just happened. If you've never had a loved one that you've lost, it's hard. And you feel like going into a quiet place by yourself, mourning, grieving, doing all of our own religious rituals, right? And so it's quite hard that these families have had to come into the spotlight to stand up for their children. This is not where they want to be. And for those people who somehow think that they want to be in the spotlight, I guarantee you, this is not where they want to be. For all of these families, for every single family member that is suffering through these losses. So I want to commend all of these families. I also want to commend them for coming together as a group, right? Because all of us,
that is powerful.
Together. We are stronger together. And there are so many unanswered questions for all three of these cases. But there's hope. And I see that hope because we do get calls. We have been getting over 100 calls a day. And I want to thank everybody who's called in, because for every time there's a hater that's saying that these people just want the spotlight, when somebody calls in with some encouragement, when somebody calls in with some information, it makes up for that. Because we know that we're stronger together. These questions, these cases can be solved, and we can do it together. So I want to thank everybody for calling, right? But I also, last thing, I want to encourage those who have not called yet, and you know that you have some information. One, I know that it's scary. I know that you may be scared. But if there's a time in your life to do the right thing, this is it. And you just have to be brave. And go ahead and please call us. These people, we need you. We need you. Thank you.
Thank you, Attorney Clark. And as Nolan's mother and father get ready to come, I cannot express to you how encouraged we are that we're going to get to the truth. I mean, so many things are coming to light, and we're going to get to the truth. We are not trying to cast aspersions on anybody. We want the truth. We want the truth. That's what we want. And like we said, if that implicates you or exonerates you, then you got to talk to your Lord. You got to talk to your God.
but we want the truth and nothing but the truth. And if it was your child, you would want the same thing. And so that's why everybody who got children, you could understand the pain, the agony that this mother and father have been dealing with since 4th of July. How people came, time within hours of finding him saying, well, no foul play, just gone. How do you tell somebody just go on when my son is dead and nobody's giving us any answers? All those people out on that island, and you mean nobody knows nothing? Nobody saw anything? No, we refuse to accept that nobody knows nothing. We're going to get to the truth. We're going to get to the truth. We're going to get to the truth. And it's starting to come to light. Because truth is light. And we're going to get to the truth. Y'all give it up for the mother and father of Nolan Wells, Eleanor and Christine.
Thank you all for being here today. It has been 27 days since we have been able to talk to our son, to hug him, to tell him we love him. This has been the most difficult time we have ever had. I want to tell you who Nolan was. Nolan was a God-fearing, God-loving child. He loved everyone. He was the person who would just make you feel comfortable just being in his space. He was never one to exclude. He always wanted everyone to be happy, to feel good, to have purpose. He would lift anyone up. It didn't even matter if he didn't know you. If you took that moment to just tell him a little bit about yourself, what you wanted to do in your life, right then and there, Nolan would be your biggest cheerleader. Today we are begging, because I'm not too proud to beg. We are begging, if anyone knows anything, his friends, strangers, please call the hotline, because we will not be able to rest until we get answers. But please understand that all of these distractions, these other questions that people, the attacks that people have sent our way, just know we will not be distracted. We are ready to do whatever we need to do as his parents to continue advocating for him, because Nolan is not here. He is not here to speak for himself. He is not here to tell us what happened. So again, we will not rest until we get answers. And if you know something, you need to let us know. Please do not be afraid. Okay? Thank you all so much again. We truly appreciate your love.
How dare y'all? How dare y'all try to scare this mama into not asking what happened to her child? How dare y'all? Literally still threatening this woman. Sick. That is sad.
Love and support.
I'm faced with a new challenge every morning, waking up, trying to process this. It's the biggest challenge I've ever had. I pretty much was raised up like a lot of you. I didn't have a lot, but I always said I wanted to give my children more than what I had. And I think me and my wife did that. We raised Nolan to love everyone, be kind to everyone, because it was just the right thing to do. That's I got a lot of stuff. But what I really want to say is, like my wife said, if you know something and you are really, if Nolan was really your best friend, or for the people who say that he was their friend, please come forward and tell us what you know. All we want to know is the truth. We're not blaming anyone. We just want to know the truth. Any parent wants to. Also, the disrespect that's been coming toward my wife and my family. For any parent, no matter what race you are, they need time to grieve. A parent can't grieve when you have people attacking them, attacking their jobs, attacking their character, just attacking them, period. Like, where's the empathy? We, as Americans, this is a diverse country. Not when one race made this country. We all made this race, made this country. So we all need to come together. And like I said, if you know something, please come forward and just call our attorneys, give them information, and they'll take it and just help us out. And not just us, but all these families need answers. Anyone with information on any one of these cases, please come forward. Because being a child is something that you do with the rest of your life. Thank you.
Thank you. And President Mario, I would just say the attacks, Christine has been a nurse for years, and she hasn't ever gotten negative reviews. But since she has been advocating to find out what happened to her 18-year-old son after he was washed up dead on Horn Island, sick people have been going on her company's website giving her negative reviews. Can you all imagine anything worse than that? That is a shame before God. They are just sick, evil people who would attack this mother and this father for simply saying, we want to know what happened to our child. Don't worry, Christine. We standing with you. We are standing with you. Yeah, next we're going to have the mother of Daniel Irvin come and talk about her child and tell you what happened in her words, and then you hear brief remarks from attorney Sean DeRee. Sean, you want to briefly from attorney DeRee will briefly speak before her, and then we'll have to.
Thank you, Mr. Crump. Tampering charges in this case is absolutely unacceptable. Tampering in itself means that someone intentionally hid, destroyed, or altered evidence. If the district attorney's office has that evidence, take that evidence, put it together, and present it to a new grand jury. And if the district attorney's office doesn't want to do it, we are calling on an independent investigation by the Department of Justice, because we are here for the truth. And one last point I want to add to what Mr. Crump said. Daniel Irving, when these boys said that he drowned, he was a high school swimmer. He was on the swim team. He was a healthy, young 18-year-old male. So That story that he drowned accidentally, it doesn't add up. It does not add up, and we want the truth.
Police and law enforcement are supposed to be protecting and serving. But my question today is, who are they protecting and which communities are they serving? What we want to know is why crimes against Black and brown people receive less justice and less coverage. And I'm going to give you some data to back it up, and I'm going to read it because I don't want to make any mistakes here. Over a 10-year period, statistics show that 53% of Black killings go uncharged, no charges related. And so that means over half of those related killings are never prosecuted. And when you think about arrest rates, 63% of white victims receive justice versus are compared to 47% of Black victims. So when people think we have two systems of justice in this country, the data kind of backs that up. And now we'll hear from Tamika.
My name is Tamika Irvin. I am the mother of Daniel Irvin. This is my daughter, Azaria Irvin. This is Daniel's eldest sister. So what a lot of you guys don't know, to give you like some context, my son told me that he was going to go outside and hang with some friends. Okay, and I was under the understanding that he would be in the neighborhood. So I didn't know where my son was. I thought that he was just visiting friends in the neighborhood. Around 8 o'clock or so, I started to text Mike, call Mike, and he was an honorable child. He wanted to serve and protect, be in the military. He loved people. He always had a joke to tell. He was very comical. So I called the police the following day at 12:30 in the morning, and I said, hey, my son ID is here, and his money is here, his social security is here, and I don't know where he's at, and this is not like him, so I'm reporting him missing under suspicious circumstances. The officers were very dismissive. The officers were very dismissive. So I didn't get any information about where my son was. I canvassed the neighborhood. I knocked on doors. I asked neighbors for video footage. I had to do the footwork, the research, the investigating. I had to do it. And so to the mothers, to anyone out there who have a loved one, do not wait for the police to do their job.
Come on now.
Okay, so fast forward, I reported my son missing. My son was to graduate in May. He was unable to graduate because the two boys murdered my son. They said my son jumped off a bridge, and I know that's not the truth. He was found in water. And not only that, my son was on the swim team. He was very comfortable swimming in the pool, swimming in lakes. The autopsy report shows my son had an unobstructed airway. So my son did not drown.
Come on now.
I want to know why the people that are in place to serve and protect failed to do their job from the very start. When I reported my son missing, it took him 35 hours, over 35 hours to input his information, only in the state system, showing that he was missing. They failed to enter his information in the NCIC, the National Criminal Database. Being my son was under 21, law enforcement had a responsibility to enter his information within 2 hours, and they failed to do that. My son will fight for me, and I'm here to fight for him. I want justice. We are in the pursuit of justice.
Justice for Daniel Irvin. Justice for Daniel Irvin. Justice for Daniel Irvin. And the final family you will hear from is going to be the family of Tyler Smith, who many of you haven't heard of at all. And I want to have his family who drove from Lexington, Kentucky to the National Urban League Convention to say that Tyler Smith life matters too. Y'all, please give him a round of applause. Tyler Smith life matters. Tyler Smith life matters. Tyler Smith life matters.
I want to thank everyone for showing up today, supporting all these families. I was asked many times, who is Tyler? What does Tyler mean to you? And I had to take a deep dive into that, because to give a few words wouldn't be justice. So I went into my prayer closet, as most nanas do. And see, Tyler calls me name.
Come on, Nana.
And when people ask me to tell them, I find a struggle in finding words big enough to describe who he is. Tyler is charismatic. He's warmth. Tyler is love. Tyler is compassion and tolerance. Tyler is focus and determination. Tyler is an entrepreneur with dreams, goals, and a vision for his future. Tyler is a calming presence, a peacemaker, and a source of comfort to those around him. Tyler is that warm piece of cake straight out of the oven, that soft buttermilk biscuit that the butter glides across the top. Tyler is the depth of a baby's laughter and the warmth of a grandmother's hug. Tyler is what many people spend a lifetime searching for, but never fully find: a genuine soul with a kind heart and a beautiful spirit. For me, Tyler is much more than all of those things. He's my motivation, my determination, the wind beneath my wings. Even in his absence, he continues to give me strength. He has become a part of the reason I stand, the part of the reason that I keep moving forward.
Come on, Grandma.
When I received that call at 6 a.m. that morning, that my grandson had been involved in.
He was in Kentucky.
Okay. Hand, foot. And I arrived upon the scene of the hospital and found out that this was a gunshot wound to the head. Again, I'm a praying mother. I have a son who a year ago had a near fatal car accident. I know what God can do. You can't tell me what God can do.
Come on.
I've seen it.
Come on, Nana.
I watched him learn how to walk and talk. And I comforted his grandfather and said, don't worry about this. We've already been through this fire. It'll be okay. When the physician came out and pronounced my grandson, and she stated, self-inflicted, accidental, I told her, you're a liar. And there is no truth in it. I explained to her immediately. I said, how do you have this evidence for you to know this? She said, because they said. I said, they said? She said, yes. As days progressed, my family and I began to move forward. We got none effort, energy at all from the Lexington Fayette County Police Department. We were told that we needed to accept accidental, self-inflicted. They offered no traces of gun residue, even though I called the coroner's office and the police department. And I begged and pleaded, please, bag his hands.
No child, and I say child because it's relative, no one was searched on the scene. They took an investigation as a total from all 5 of these young people and said, they said this is what happened. I asked for gun residue on anyone. The answer that I was given, well, there's no need to bag his hands. Everyone in this room would have gun residue on them. That was their excuse to me. When they moved my grandson in an expedient manner, not to our local coroner's office, but to the state capitol, which I was told wouldn't happen until that following Monday. Miraculously, in 2 hours, he was on his way to the medical examiner in the capitol. On Monday morning at 10 a.m., they came back and told me again, accidental, self-inflicted. For 17 days, my sons and I worked tirelessly, investigating everything on our own. The police department gave us nothing, absolutely nothing. They treated me as if I were a pirate, asking all the wrong questions. Why do you need to know? We've handed you that carrot already. Take a bite, settle down. It's accidental, self-inflicted. As I talked to the police chief, I explained to him. He said, well, what do you want from this? What are you looking for? I said, what would you be looking for?
Exactly.
I want transparency. I want you to simply do the job that you were paid to do. My family never asked you for a bird to die. We just asked you to earn the paycheck that you either receive this week or the next. We ask you to simply, the same way you go into our black and brown neighborhoods and you can investigate and you can interrogate and you can charge, give us the same respect. Tyler is loved. He's loved. But most importantly, Tyler calls her mama. Tyler calls me Pepper. That's my baby brother. He's my baby. It will be my dying breath to say his name. No stone will go unturned. I'm not afraid to go to hell and sit with the devil.
I like Della. Baby, I like Della.
Transparency. I want someone to speak on it. Continue to say our names. Continue to say our children's names. We deserve answers. We deserve justice. We deserve transparency. That's all we're asking for. And I thank you all so much for the time and the space that you have given every one of us.
Justice for Tyler Smith. Justice for Tyler Smith. Justice for Tyler Smith. And we're going to get to the truth on Tyler. I promise you, we're going to get to the truth of what happened to Tyler Smith. At this time, President Mario, we're going to ask that the Congresswoman just say a brief word and take questions. Yes, Evans, CBC, thank you all very much.
Let me simply say the 2 most powerful words we can say. To you as families, to the Urban League family, to you, President, CEO, and my good friend, to you, Attorney Ben Crump. Thank you. But let me just say, the Congressional Black Caucus, we aren't just coming today. We communicated with Attorney Crump, with President Martin Muriel, and we stand with you. And I'll end with your words, Mark. We're going to let justice roll down like a stream and righteousness like mighty waters. We are the Congressional Black Caucus. We stand for you, for justice, transparency, and righteousness. Thank you and God bless you.
This has been moving and powerful. We want to take questions from members of the media. Members of the media, if anyone in the working media has a question for Attorney Crump, and please identify yourself, speak real loudly. Go ahead.
Yes, ma'am. And that's an excellent question because thank God for us being able to get the national attention on Nolan Wells case. And that doesn't happen just by coincidence. It's a lot of the civil rights community, a lot of the activists, Reverend Al, people like Byron Allen, Tyler Perry, everybody on social media coming to say, no, this ain't adding up. We got to find out what happened to Nolan Wells. And then we get contacted by our good friend, Attorney Sean DeRea, saying that
Tired. These cases are similar, and I'm going to tell you. YouTube, somebody in the TikTok chat said cases are not similar. This is what you call a distraction. But I'm gonna tell you how the cases are similar. They were all involved with YT kids that their word were taken. Their words were taken. Their word was their bond. It was them against one black person. And unfortunately, in each situation, the black person ended up dying and has no justice. And they're trying to say that it's a suicide or a suicide or whatever, right? So that's the three different, maybe be three different situations, but the same, the similar part of it is that it was a group of YT boys versus one black boy. And in all three situations are ruled the same thing, or trying to be ruled the same thing. So it's the same formula. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Goldie.
Hey, we got a similar case, Attorney Crump, where you co-counsel with us, Attorney Brooklyn, start working with them, and then we get a call to the call center, President Marielle, and I definitely can't believe what happened to Tyler Smith. It shocks my conscience. And so Kareem Ali and Cliff Jones, my investigators, they start to investigate. And we're saying, this can't be true. They really didn't do a gunshot residue test on the hands. That's basic. And so it hits me that all of them are 18-year-old black kids that died in very questionable circumstances when Nolan was the only black kid on the boat. Daniel was the only black kid alleged on the fishing trip. And Tyler was the only black kid at the 4th of July celebration party, house party. And all of them are 18 years old. Look at the dates. That's eerie when you look at the dates. February 8th, Tyler Smith is born. July 4th, 2026, he is dead. Can I see the other? Oh, this is Daniel Irvin. He's born November 21st, 2007. He is dead on April 17th, 2026. Where's the Nolan Wells, born August 19th, 2007. He is dead in July of 2026. The day is yet to be determined. All of these young black kids were born in 2007, and all three of these black kids died 2026, 18 years of age.
Baby's gone.
Of manhood. And I said, no, we got to show that this is not a coincidence that all these young 18-year-old black men are ending up dead and nobody's being held accountable. No, we got to bring the law. We got to bring the law. We must bring the law for these 18-year-old black boys.
Let me also add this. Our members who were planning to come to Nashville asked me late last week if we would be commenting on, dealing with, shedding any light in the Nolan Wells case. I invited Ben Crump to come to Nashville to brief us on the Wells case. In the course of that conversation, he shared with me, by the way, there are 2 other similar cases. I said, 2 other similar cases? I said, Ben, can you bring all of the families?
Come on now.
To Nashville? Because the thousands of urban leaders who are here are interested in it, have a solidarity with it, want to hear directly, not through filters, about the circumstances of these cases. And that is what the National Urban League Conference is all about. It is about dealing with the pressing, cutting-edge issues that face the nation and face Black America. So we are here because this is what we do.
Yes.
Whether it's Trayvon Martin back in the early teens, Michael Brown, George Floyd, Sandra Bland, Breonna Taylor, Tamir Rice, we deal with these issues because our constituency wants to hear directly. And I want to say this, we trust Ben Crump. And we know that he does not engage in chasing false cases. That he also, when he takes a case, that he's going to elevate the word and the personality and the pain of the families. All too often, when Black families are victims of violence and victims of unfair justice system, they suffer in silence. They can't find lawyers with the courage and the ability. They suffer in silence. So I know when Ben Crump has a matter, he is always welcome at the National Urban League Conference to come and bring us up to date. And that's why we're here in Nashville. Other press questions? Any others? Yes, ma'am. Identify yourself, please. New York Post.
Hold on. Let's see what they asked. Hold on. Let's see what the New York Post asked real quick.
Yeah, we know about the question. We're ready for it. This attack and this threat to sue us and the family for defamation, it's a distraction. We're not distracted by it at all. And it's about getting to the truth. That's what we want. And that's what we're focused on. We haven't done anything other than ask questions to get to the truth. Okay.
Okay, so they asked Ben about the because you know Bart them, everybody's supposed to be putting out these lawsuits or whatever, right? Against him, saying that they're first of all, I ain't heard Ben Crump say nothing about them boys like that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't heard Christina say nothing bad. I ain't heard even Elmore just got on here. He kind of pissed me off. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Can I talk to y'all for a second? I ain't gonna lie. He kind of pissed me off. Because he, you know, and I know he trying to, you know, he trying to like, yes, it's some good, you know, it is still some good YT people. It is. I understand it is. But right now, the way that they doing them in this media, I ain't got no understanding for the ass. Cause why y'all attacking me? Why y'all attacking my wife because she's asking what happened to our son? Like that's crazy work to me. I'll never understand why y'all doing it. You know, you got to be mentally ill. Is all I can think of. So, but look, y'all. So that's what has been said at this moment right now. There's nothing else really going on. I don't even think it's still going on.
Stand up for other people. We're doing it because
Yeah, they just doing the the whole civil rights thing or whatever. Which I'm cool with that. I just right now we need to be still trying to figure out what's going on and what had happened. You know what I'm saying? All right, YouTube, it is y'all time to get up out of here. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all. Replay gang, 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 gang. Y'all make sure y'all like the live and hype the video up. And that was the press conference with Ben Crump and all three families. That is Tyler Scott. I'm sorry, from Kentucky. Then you have Daniel Irvin from Texas. And you have Nolan Wells from Mississippi. Okay. So those are the three young men and their families that were up at this press conference today. All right. So I will talk to y'all later, YouTube. Bye.